city.map city name, comma, index. So when you apply city.map, inside the city, how many elements you have? One by one, the map function will start reading. First, when the map will execute, it will take the Pune and split into two parts, their position and value. The Pune will store under the city name and their position will go to the index. Then after that, fat arrow you can use and console.log. Console.log. There first will be index, comma, has, comma, city name.
Can we store the city ascending or descending? It would be easy for searching for the system.
City ascending or descending, we have to sort it. For that we have other function, sorting related. Okay, for sorting purpose we have other function. This is called listing function. Whether your data is in ascending or descending order, it will read and display. For sort, we have to do something else. Right, come down. Right, another way of map function, console.log. Using callback. Map using callback. That will be like this, city.map. You will call a function inside. And inside this function, two parameter will pass, city name, their index. Then here you don't need the arrow key, you need only curly bracket. This is called map based on callback. You are calling a function inside the function. Map is one function and inside the map we are calling another function. Now you will come down and write here again similar statement. This will also work. Both methods are valid. But when you come to the React JSX, the first method will work as a fat arrow, not the callback. The first method will work in the React JSX, not the second one. In JavaScript, wherever you want, you can write either first or second. Even one more we have without index. These two are with index. If you want to access the index value, then how to run? Okay, first and second. The third method, third we have, that will be without index. In that you will not get the index. It will be only, it will iterate the array and it will give you individual element without index. So we'll run this two, then we'll look into the third. Like this. So should be something like this. When we run it, node space file name array3, first also giving as well as second is also. The third we can write console.log map without index. Map without index. Map without index. Now let's go inside city dot map. This is even it is called a map inline function. How to write the map in the single line. So you will get here called city name arrow and print here whether same line or new line your wish. Same line so we can write console.log. Index you will not get here in this case. Check now. Okay, working all three methods. We will keep using this one. Then we have the data in the array or array of object, anything, we will follow this. Now same way you can try one forEach. How forEach work? Console.log forEach. It will be same as map. Same as map. Only map will change into for each. E will be capital. In React, the JSX, what you are going to use further to write the React.js code. JSX, under the JSX map function is associated, for each is not associated. So under the React, we have a JSX. Under the JSX, to run the loop, you can't write the forEach. There you have to write only one call map. For loop will also not work. Do while will not work. Only one function will work. That is called forEach. This one map. Whether with index, without index, anyone we can use. But map you have to write there as a fat arrow function. The first method what you wrote map. Right. This is right. forEach is also going to work similar. It will call the array, and from array individual element it will start reading, and after reading first element it will split into two part. Their value and position. Value will be the first parameter, position will be the second parameter, and while printing the statement, it is our wish how we want to organize, we can organize like that. Save it and check once. Node space, add a 3. See, for each is also giving similar. This will also remain same. The second for each as a callback. Okay, for each using the callback. Map will replace by for each. Now for each both way is working. Even for each you can write without index also. Console.log for each without index. So homework for all three, four, not three, all the 6 ways. 3 method using the for loop, a map, and 3 method using the forEach with index, without index. Now next example we'll create where data will be in the form of object. First we'll see one object, how to create and how to read the data from an object. After understanding one object, we'll create array of object. Their property value will come. And for one entity, we can store multiple attributes. For one item, for one city, different type of data we can store. And we can access and display inside the page. That will be called as a array of object. So one example first, simple object, how you can create and how you can print. So this all what you are implementing, we have to integrate with the HTML. So now array of object will be the last where we'll stop the only JS. Next class onwards, we have to combine HTML and JavaScript together. So what activity we did in JavaScript, we need to bind in the browser. We need to display in the browser. So let's come to the next file. So let me know, anyone have error, the working, everybody. Next file you create array4.js. Array4.js. Right here, if variable user equal to curly bracket open and close, semicolon. So user become as an entity. Now for this user, you will take multiple details like name of the user, age of the user, city of the user, education of the user, right? Phone number of the user. So it will have attribute and value, attribute and value. You can also call property value, property value. So I'll make like this. Name, instead of that, let me write called full name as a property and Ganesh as a value. Okay. Next, after this, when I move the mouse on full name, you can see full name is a property. Then after that, you will write here called mobile, some number we can add, comma, city name we can add, comma, age, years, comma, education. So for one user, you store multiple property and values. So when you get the data like this is called as a object. So your user becomes a object that is holding the multiple property and value, property and value. Now if the data is inside a object, how you can get the value from the object? So to get the value from the object, we require to call their property. Object dot property, once we call, it will return the value from the particular property. For example, console.log console.log user details. Console.log user details. Now write here again console.log user dot. Okay. Once you press the user, automatically there are all the related values, properties are coming full name. Again below you will write user dot user dot age console.log user dot education. Next console.log user dot city. Next console.log user dot what is pending now? Why? User dot mobile. So this will print the value of these all properties. Inside this property, what value we have stored, all will get printed successfully. Check now. Line. Oh, console I have written P. Array 4. User details. Ganesh 40 years. MCA Bangalore and remaining. Okay, hope ready. Now next we will create array of object. So this becomes one object, one user details. Now if you have multiple user, then how to manage? Multiple user we can keep in one variable, and that variable will be called a array of multiple objects. So we'll not write in this file, we'll keep separate file. You will copy this user. Hope it's worked. When you go to the naukri.com and click on your view profile, okay, from the back end, the data will come in this format. Okay, it is directly as an object. There will be as a JSON object. There the data will be in the form of JSON. So from JSON we need to convert into array. Then it will convert as a array object. Then you can print. Difference will be very less, not much. This the property what you have written. This all will come in double quote. And value if the number, then without double quote. If a string, then double quote. Then it will be called as a JSON object. But now it is array object. Okay, properties are not in the double quote. Once we write for this JSON dot stringify, the same thing, all the property will convert into double quote, and it will become as a JSON data. So we'll take this much and we'll come to the next file called array5.js.
Sir, I have a question. The mobile number I have given 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 9. So after 8th digit, I am getting red line. There is no error, but in the code window, I am getting red line under the 8th or 9th digit.
0 you have given?
Yeah, 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 9.
Because of that. 0 if you give, it will consider as a string.
Okay.
Then it should be in double quote.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
If I start from 0, maybe similar problem should come. So here 0 if I give, what should happen? It should be come under the double quote. Okay. That problem will come with the object whenever we keep in double quote, it will work. This mobile number what we are given, if it is coming in double quote or single quote, there will not be big matter. Because now see what will happen when your data come from the backend. Okay, from the database. From database, it will come in the form of array. Now the database has given the data in the form of array. That array cannot come from the backend to front end in the form of array. Your data cannot come, your data cannot travel in the form of array from the backend to front end or front end to backend. So what you have to do, you have to convert into JSON. So once you convert into JSON, your values, whichever the values you have, whether a string or number or anything, right, all will just convert into double quote. Okay, property also will be in double quote and the value also will be in the double quote. Then you will say number is coming, how I can do that R&D on that, how I can do the mathematical calculation. We have multiple solutions for that. We have, if the variable is in double quote, value is in double quote, do the dot parse in string integer dot parse, int parse variable dot parse int, variable dot parse float, or where if it is a true false and coming in double quote, then we can say dot string, so it will convert into actual variable. Okay, so for that we have different type of solution. Let me copy this and come to the next file, array5.js. array5.js. Inside now this user you convert into user list. It will make a proper meaning, user list. And then this user list should be like this now. A square bracket open and a square bracket close. You can do the right click and format document. Automatically it will get valence. Okay, so this become one user. Now it is not a simple object. This is not a simple object now. It is the part of the array. So here in the previous example directly you have written user.fullname. Now user.fullname you can't write. You have to write user list of position. So since this is the first element, it will be available on 0 position. So we have to write user list of 0 dot full name. And same way you can access other elements, user list of position dot property name. Now we'll copy the same object and paste again. Okay. Last comma will not be required. Change the value here. Okay. Like this. So this becomes an array of object. Two objects we kept it together. Okay, and both are storing in one variable. Now array concept will get apply on this. Array concept will get apply on this. Then see once. User list dot map user list dot map you will write here user comma index. So what will happen now? From this array of object, individual object will go to the user. Okay, individual object will go to the user. Move your mouse on user here. See what is happening. Under user, it represent there will be full name, there will be mobile, city, age, and education. So we can do again pat arrow, and after that, map function will break your array into object. Now individual element it will read from array, and one by one individual object will assign to this variable. That is called user variable. So under the user variable, you will have full name, mobile, city, age, and edu. Now, how we have printed in the last example, same way we can print here also everything. Same way we can print all, and at last we can write here console.log one separated. So it will separate the statement from one line to new line. right? Sequence array5.js. Working. Space array 5. Printing the details of both the users. So this becomes the array of object. Now next example we'll see, that will be called, like when you see the product list in the Flipkart, list of the product will display there, right? So list of the product come from where? Backend. So when the data come from the backend, how that come? That come like this only. But it will be in the form of array. JSON. From JSON we have to convert into array. Once you convert into array, then it look like this. Now create a loop and display inside. Generate the HTML and display inside. Okay, next file. So hope you tried and running also. Next example, array 6 will be the nested array. Array inside array. Okay. Array6.js. Come inside. Create a variable. Assume call item. Put a property called a category. And assign some value. Books. Next. Product. Colon. Array. In a stock. False. or maybe true. So the category and in stock is okay, you can print directly, but product you can't print directly because product is look like in the form of array again. So inside there can be array of object, multiple product with the name, price, quantity and all, or maybe product with only name. So let's try like this. One product called HTML book, one more product CSS book, one more product JS book, and one more product MySQL book. 4 elements inside the product. 4 elements inside the product. Next, after this, second element, laptop category, Dell HP, Wipro, Lenovo, SL. Add one more code, veg, non-veg, Next, we need to apply the nested map and read the data from this array. Double map is required. One map function will read the outer array. Second map will read the inner array. Come down. Length console.log total items item dot length. a item dot length. Save now. Run once. Node space array 6. Array 6. Total how many elements? 3. Let's run now map. Item dot map. Map is coming to map. Item info, comma, index. Right inside console.log item info dot category. It will print the name of category. Console.log stock item info dot in stock. Either true or false will come. So this will print you the category name as well as whether item is in the stock or not. Yes, no, true, false, true, false. True, false, we can do something else. We can write available, we can apply if condition, and then we can say, available or not. Next, after that, the products what you have. The products what you have, it is in the form of array. You can see product is in the form of array. So we require to add another map function here that is called item info dot product dot map, because you can see the structure of the product object is array. Console, not console, item info dot product dot map. Okay, item info dot product dot map. We'll write here p name as well as p index. P name and p index. Below console.log /t will follow. So after 4 space, it will print the p index comma. After that, it will print the hash. After that, it will print the pname. And after printing the list of the product, one console.log, console.log. Write it, check again. Not space your file name, array6. It will display the list of category, stock true false, list of product. After that, one line. So this all R&D of CMD, what you displayed the data in CMD should come in browser now. Basic for loop we understood. Reading the data from array we got idea. How to create array we got idea. Variable function. Now this concept we have to combine with HTML. Then it will be called a data binding. You will be combining your JavaScript basic plus basic of HTML CSS together, and you will be populating the data under the browser. So there again multiple concept will come. HTML have separate input tag, how to communicate with the input tag. HTML have separate output tag, how to communicate with the output tag. Correct? JavaScript, how it communicate with the input tag and how it communicate with the output tag. Right? So hope work for everyone. Check once.